Hey guys, I promised to do an update on Bitcoin, and I'll just do a brief update and talk about the trades that you could have been taken with the levels I've provided. If people were aware that in the morning I signaled that around 3600 or so there's interest, and it was around here, so people who paid attention were able to get into a long position. I directly came up later with resistance points R1, R2, R3, R4, or R5. These can be found back in the pinned message or the posts that I've provided. So this was a long opportunity with a decent risk to reward ratio, with the first taking profit level here, fully profit because of resistance. Then there was actually another liquidity tap, which was actually easier to see on a 15-minute or 13-minute time frame, because there was a small liquidity tap zone or an order block on the low time frames. Even though, let's assume you would not see this buy entry, you still had this down-sloping resistance line that you could have taken the breakout trade and take partially profit at this resistance level. And I mentioned if we close above, we should test the next resistance, and we test the OB, and after that we literally tapped the pivot and all this confluences to the tick, and we rejected pretty hard, so it was actually a free short entry. Let's assume we did not get into this because we did not have confirmation, because the moment we got confirmation was when we made this low, or this higher low compared to this one, and we made this lower high, and this was a lot more visible on the 1 hour chart, and you saw this mini bear flag idea, and this broke out impulsive to the downside, and then it tapped the 618 level. As you could see, it was a free long entry. But let's assume we did not long this. How could we play this otherwise? Well, I believe, let's go to, should I need a BitMEX chart? That's not directly. There was this long entry based on the volume candle that came in and a breakout, and also you had this higher low formation on low time frame. You had 618 entry, and then it popped up to the upside on 30-minute. I think it was a 15-minute and a 30-minute time frame. There was a lot of volume involved, so let's check the 15-minute. So I was referring to this, yeah, exactly. As you could see, you saw this consistently, saw this level here actually, and you saw the volume coming in. So here, very small, and then a lot of volume came in. So it was pretty easy to have a good risk to reward ratio on that trade as well. These are not the most easy things for most people. I gotta go back to the 4 hour. I wanna make this a subject. Well, that kind of sucks, because I was gonna talk about that there is a short trade here possible, but it's a leading trade and it seems to already unfold. But yeah, that kind of sucks. I was willing to not tell that. So there's this leading short trade here, and it was this short trade here as well with a pretty decent risk to reward. Since if we close above the OB level and the cloud, we assume that we move upwards to this 50 level and the 6 hour cloud and this daily pivot. And if we close up, Jesus Christ. And there it goes. I was already planning to, whatever. Well, it kind of sucks because, yeah, I had this already mapped out. However, so if we get above the daily pivot, I am sincerely certain that we gonna tap the 5000 for a liquidity tap, The structure itself looks very bearish right now, and we expect downside momentum. I think, yeah, we broke this downwards, which kind of sucks. So since if we close below this, our confirmation would be for the short entry would be breaking this and tapping this, which on Finax is around 37.50. We see liquidity right now in the same pool at the same range. It's also the 618 level around it. So yeah, and this, we assume that if we break this low, we're gonna test this for, that's a decent long risk to reward ratio to take along. But this short entry is decent. It's a leading trade, and like I said, like, you would have confirmation breaking this low, assuming we're gonna hit this demand zone. The structure on the weekly is fairly neutral so far. The structure, yeah, honestly, it is actually more bearish than it is bullish. And even if we get above this, we're still technically bearish. We need a higher low, higher low, which is gonna happen hopefully here. And then we need another higher high to actually confirm a meso uptrend. But we need a close above this daily OB zone before we actually are bullish on meso time frame. So referring to 4 hours, 6 hour in the daily. And on the macro level, we need to close above 5.830. So around 5.8, 5.9k. We need to close above that for a reversal. Right now we can't even hold a bullish market structure. We seem to fairly fail a lot, but we still have higher lows, but we have lower highs as well. So right now we see a lot of resistance confluences in the same zone. So there is a lot of bearish pressure. So it's more likely to say, because of the pressure we see, we can witness on the chart, and we can see in price action and the volume and this and that. Also we see the downsloping volume. Expectations is actually continuation from this downtrend, and this could be a possible big bear flag, which it looks like it's trying to unfold here right now. So it kind of sucks that I wasn't, I had this, I wanted to signal this, or at least provide you guys with the information, but it's fairly too late right now. So yeah, then we have the next zones where there's area of interest. So let's just give a quick summary where to watch and where to pay attention. This was a leading trade, this main pivot, when you have a short entry, and then we assume when we break this low, we assume we're gonna hit this demand zone around 37.50. And after that, yeah, we have this retest, but right now we have a double bottom, and we still have the higher low structure. And if we hold this higher low pattern and we break this high and we close above the cloud, it's likely that we test the daily pivot. And if we did close above the daily order block, it's very likely that we will see around 5,000 just for liquidity tap, because you need liquidity to push the price down. You can only get that from somewhere here. If we assume, as a thesis, if we get up here, that's what we would expect. So the sentiment, yeah, that's I guess bearish. It's a lot of bearish pressure for sure. There's a lot of resistances, and because price is like a little bit consolidating, we see this bearish pressure that will get really close to each other. So you see a lot of resistances. That's why I call this a reversal zone, because if we can close above this and this, yeah, we have a technical reversal. We do, but then we have to keep it, and that's fairly important. And we keep it if we can close above this and can close above this. But I sincerely don't believe that this is gonna just go up. And if it does, I sincerely believe that we're gonna get this liquidity tap somewhere here, and we're just gonna smack down. I don't say we smack down hard and go around here. No. What I am referring to is that if we get up here, this is a fairly easy short, and there's gonna be, I believe, a liquidity tap by market, and you just take the short. It can be decent profit because it's at least gonna retest the daily OB, and if it's gonna continue the uptrend and hold a higher low, we're not allowed to close below the higher low, so we hold that uptrend, and then we need to close above the 5.8840 level, 5.830 level. So yeah, there's a lot of resistance, guys, and honestly, the weekly is neutral, but it's more bearish for sure. So I hope this helps. Take care.